What's up, everybody? Brett here, bringing you back for some more ARAM Brawls on Heroes of the Storm. And we're just loading in right now. See, they have a bit of a 3-stack on the opposing team. And we have a level 8 player on our team. Could be bad. Don't want to prejudge. Could be a Smurf account. Could be some secret MLG Korean guy. You never know. Just wanted to kind of load in a bit early here, tell you guys I've had some super tilting games so far with this Brawl. Lots of people making pretty selfish picks. When people play poorly, that doesn't bother me as much, and I say that because, you know, everyone was bad or new at one point, and if you're just not good, I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't play. But when you make decisions that affect your entire team, and they're just like objectively bad, like here, right? So if this guy wants to go Stukov, that's fine, and I'll let him know. He will be our healer, you know, and if he's like, nah, I suck at Stukov, then I'll just take Malfurion. I mean, we already have a Leoric Malthael. I mean, would be much better to probably have Zagara here, but Leoric can be very strong in this. He does have a super low death. When he dies, he comes back to life quickly because of his passive. That is, sorry, a bit of a brain moment there. But I'm going to go ahead and get the Astral Presence.
That won't be a problem.
Basically giving me infinite mana. Going to be able to spam out orbs. Orbs are kind of where the damage is.
Time remaining 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle
Take a second for my janky typing. So as we kind of thought, that is the newer, unfortunately that was the newer level 8 guy who is now our healer. So I almost certainly would have healed had I kind of thought that one through. You want your healers to be experienced, because they're going to make the difference a lot of the times whether or not you win or lose in these games. And we're not looking to get blasted by a Probius there. Getting stun locked by Uther a bit, and Sonya. So let's see if we can give this newer player a nice win here. I want to make sure we're the ones getting the globes. And I certainly want to stay out of melee range of a Sonya. Teleported aggressively there, hoping to get the pick, but she did get a heal kind of last second. They have 2 healers. And 2 really good. If you have to have 2 healers, these are kind of the 2 you want. Uther can act more as a tanky brawler if you need him to. And Tyrande can also do decent damage from ranged. Oh, that sucked, getting hit by that. Let's back up and get these globes here. And I do play Stukov quite a bit. I could probably tell this dude to build. Probably should, but it seems like he has a buddy playing with him, so perhaps he'll help him, or maybe he just recognizes how new he is and wants to give him advice. You don't really want to have too many people screaming in someone's ear about builds and things like that. Ragnaros is going to get in here and clear some of this chaff out. I think that's a good call. Too many people kind of hold that ability in reserve for so long that they never actually use it, and that was a good time. It's going to save our buildings from taking a lot of damage. Let's see what we're going to get here. So, lower the cooldown. Our idea for our build here is to lower the cooldown, get extra range, extra damage on range, and just be throwing arcane orbs all day. Teleport aggressively, get in there. And it's going to reset our cooldowns. But this isn't really the late game where having my cooldowns reset means I can just go crazy and get a bunch of kills. But I will look to do that for sure. And they're focusing pretty heavy on taking these camps, which is a good idea. They do have a Probius and a Sonya, so they're quite good at taking camps if they want. And I'm not being super picky about where I throw my spells. The cooldowns are so low and my mana is so highly regenerative that I can just kind of use as much of it as I want. And there are times to be picky, but there's times just to throw it. We need to clear this wave. We don't want them bursting down all of our buildings this early. We can teleport outside the walls. It is a bit rough not having a good healer. I was hoping to bait the Probius here. And we can use our abilities to shut down his pylons. Arcane Missiles is pretty good at that. Yeah, that was a nice hit. Take out his turrets. Photon cannons. Used to be one of my favorite static defenses in old StarCraft. Ooh, focus mode engage. Our teammates are doing a lot of dying. That's unfortunate. Stukov's not doing so hot. That's okay. Malthael also isn't doing any damage at all. Perhaps he's a new player as well. Assuming it's a guy. Get a talent pick. And this is an important one for us. So now we're going to be looking to stay farther back, making sure that our Arcane Orb travels at max range. And there you see it does kind of like critical damage. There we go. Yeah, we don't want to stand in any of that business. It would be nice if we were getting some kills, some of the other people on the team, but because that would give me some kind of free resets that I don't really have to work for. We really don't want to lose our fountain here. Then we'll just lose all ability to defend against these pushes. Another good passive ability from Ragnaros. Molten Core, allowing him to defend this. Always want to take out these pylons, and pretty sure they're down here attempting to take this. Okay, maybe not. Perhaps just Sonya. Maybe she's looking to get a wrap around the backside. Let's just take the mana while we can get it, because very soon we will not have this fountain, I fear. Barely missed our teleport there. That's okay, we still had the fountain active on us, so we are going to heal. We didn't take any actual damage from that. Really smart if you have high HP and you just took a fountain for mana. To engage, let the enemy kind of think they're going to do some damage to you, overextend, and then you just back up and you heal off of the fountain that they really couldn't see. But them getting these camps is proving brutal because they're able to push so effectively. And they're level 11 and we still don't have our ults. It's shaping up to be a rough game. And we're doing a lot of damage, but it's not very heavily focused damage. But our team is a little weird. I would certainly have made some different picks. I mean, we had the chance to have some of the best heroes, like Jaina and Zagara. Two very powerful heroes in ARAM. And instead we got, like Malthael and Leoric. Most of the time I'll tell people, you know, pick who you're comfortable with. I would rather you do very well with a hero that you know that's perhaps not optimal than you struggle to play well with a hero that you may be more optimal, but perhaps you don't know.
Select a talent.
And we don't want to get got here. Let's back up.
How does this feel?
We just needed more mana. We could have made like a teleport into Wave of Force play, knocking her back, but we just didn't have the mana for something like that. Let's keep them back. Protect our rag. And us trying to burst down this Sonya is like impossible.
I think you'll regret this.
He has two, well, she has two healers. We're just going to put some damage there on that blob. Wave of Force has a pretty low cooldown. You certainly want to use it. And we're doing damage. We're just, they have the heals to kind of cycle in and out. There we go. We picked Probe. But we don't have the mana to keep casting. Ragnaros, nice stun.
How does this feel? That is enough.
And we're trying to get a good Wave of Force here, we just didn't have the mana.
Seems like my travels
Unfortunate.
never end.
We'll always have mana to throw one spell, but when we get super low like that, we can't combo. Wow, sorry about that, scratching my head there. And let's get Cannoneer.
If this were easy, everyone would do it.
Hitting the wave,
You're almost not worth it.
forcing it back. Soon these camps will be off cooldown.
Stay away.
And let's stay out of range of all that.
If this were easy,
And we now need the increased range on the orb. So it'll add even more damage to its range component, synergizing with that talent that we took, but also allowing us to stay even farther back away from Uther and his stuns and Sonya and his jumps. So just kind of disorienting them there. Let's take out these pylons quickly so we don't take damage from Probius' ult.
if this were easy,
Get our
everyone would
teammates
do
these
it.
globes. Check out the stats while we have a second. So Stukov's not doing horrible heals. Really all you have to do is use that ability. It's such an easy kind of new player friendly type of ability. And Sonya's just going to get in here and wreck us. So the best I think we can do is look to kind of hurt the back line so that they're not as eager to engage. Focusing down Sonya I think is kind of foolish. So when we have the chance, hurting someone like Bala makes it so that they're not going to want to chase and engage. Kind of my thought there at the beginning of that fight, just kind of ignoring
It seems like my travels
Sonya
never end.
and trying to hit the squishies in the back line. Don't want to get stunned by Tyrande or anything like that.
I don't know why I trouble myself.
Man, was hoping to get Vala there into the range of our keep. And one of the good things about Probius here is that he's able to kind of block a lot of my attacks with his never-ending summons.
It seems like my travels never end.
Just try not to lose
Stay away.
our last remaining fountain there. And there we go, Arcane Orbit for the increased range. So now you'll see we have one of the longest range abilities in the game. And if we hit someone at max range, it does a ton of damage. And it's one of those things that's kind of hard to expect because it can come out of the fog and hit people. And when we hit them, the cooldown is lowered. So we just need to keep hitting. So you see there, that was kind of a big hit. Try to knock some people into that ult there. And we want to make sure we're auto-attacking because we took Cannoneer. So our auto-attacks don't do nothing. I mean, they do as much damage as an arcane magic missile. So we want to make sure we're using them. Doing a lot of damage. Can we get the kill? And we get it. Not bad. We're doing some decent damage. We're by far and away the highest damage dealer in the game. But if we're not pushing, if we're not taking objectives, taking towers here, we need to turn it into a real advantage. And this is kind of where my build becomes oppressive. Is when I'm able to just sit back and just throw like this.
Here we go.
You'll see there we're doing huge damage versus the gate. And if I can get a hero in that shot, I certainly will. And we're going to teleport the heck out of there. And knock some people away, knock Sonya back. And she's invulnerable, that's pretty scary. Moving our camera.
Healed.
We need mana.
Here we go.
We tried to help, we tried to take out Sonya while we could. But just too much healing. You see now she's already up to higher health than she was when the battle started. Having two healers is pretty strong in this mode. And we're going to knock her back and hope to get the kill, and we don't. Keep is doing a lot of work for us, but it's going to go down soon, I'm afraid. Unless a nice molten core can save it. So having Ragnaros here has been kind of a boon. I think we would be in a much worse position if he wasn't specifically playing a Ragnaros. Dang. We're in a lot of trouble now just because we do not have a fountain. So let's get repulsion. So now we don't have to worry about moving in close anymore with our wave. We can do some cool stuff like this from far away, which is really annoying. And we smacked Vala there. Man, having her invulnerable on the objective like that is pretty gross. We need to get the hell out of here. Make sure they can't chase us while mounted. Nope, not today. And I'm going to go ahead and agree with that.
Here we go.
So that was 3,000 damage right there. You know, so that's kind of the build. They have too much healing, too much sustain.
Your core is under attack.
And we're not going to eat that. So we have 0 deaths. Our Leoric has 13. Well, that's good. Our newer buddy. No, and I died right at the end, of course. But our newer buddy here has found a hero that he likes.
Core under attack by hostiles. Friendly forces.
I don't like to give up till I actually lose, but having Ragnaros kind of behind these guys, if we can get a kill here, maybe we can turn this. Nice ult. So Ragnaros is certainly trying this game, and I appreciate that. It's really not over till it's over.
Your core is under attack.
Is not my spells are
Just trying to make sure Stukov didn't die one more time. And GG. Alright guys, thank you for watching. We're going to take a look at the stats
Life
before we
signs
go.
negative. Heroes unresponsive.
I mean, this build does a lot of damage, and it's super fun, just being kind of a magical cannon. And I don't really even count that one death there. Oh well, no stats to look at. But thank you guys for watching, and we're going to look to jump into another game here in a second. So, see ya.